Hello everyone out there in Rumble, YouTube, and Xland. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about Barbie. That's right, Barbie, that piece of shit movie that came out. That very man-hating movie. Yes, it is a very man-hating movie. Now, I heard some reviews on YouTube about people that actually claim that the movie is actually very red-pilled. It's very based. In other words, it's not woke. It's so fucking woke that it's actually making fun of itself. That's actually a parody of what your typical mainstream media movie is, which is all woke. Okay, I don't see that yet. Okay, there's a couple of things I like in the movie so far. I like the production. I like the way everything looks. Everything looks like a doll land. It really does. And I've never played with a Barbie in my life, but it looks like a toy. Okay, everything in Barbie land looks like a toy. And I think that the attention to detail is very good. The movie looks incredible. I mean, Margot Robbie was perfectly cast as Barbie. She looks like Barbie. Okay, she's got the long legs, the slender figure, the facial features, you know, the blonde hair and the ponytail. I mean, she's got it all. Okay, so she looks like a Barbie. Okay, you know, small tits, you know, long legs, that kind of. She's got that. She's got the whole thing working. Okay. So she looks the parts. I mean, but it's not very difficult to cast Barbie. I mean, you find a girl that looks good. I mean, the fucking, you know, the extra stuff out there, okay, the background, okay, the setting, okay, will do most of the acting for you. All you gotta do is smile and act pretty and shit, you know, it's fucking easy. It's not very difficult to do, okay. So there's no Academy Awards gonna be won for this fucking movie, all right. But the problem that I have with the movie, okay, and I knew this from the marketing, was that I knew that it's gonna be a female empowerment movie. So in Hollywood, what that means, it's gonna fucking hate men. Men are going to get blamed for everything. Men are all pieces of shit. Women are all strong. They're all powerful. They don't need men. They don't need a goddamn fucking thing from men. Okay. In the Barbie world, men are all subservient to the women's. They're all subservient to the Barbies. Okay, so all the men are Kens. Okay, and they all basically are just there to serve the Barbies, and the Barbies do not appreciate them. They don't give them any respect. They treat them nice, but they have no interest in them. The girls would rather hang out with each other. Okay, and listen to fucking old Cyndi Lauper songs and shit, right? And pretend to be drinking drinks and shit. It's just a fake fucking land, all right? And apparently the Barbies are under the impression that they are aware of the real world. They know there's a real world out there. For them, they're in the real world and we're in the fake world, okay? But they are aware that there's a reality out there. They're aware that they're toys and that they get played with, okay? And they're aware of all these fucking political issues and shit, okay, that don't really exist in their world. But they believe that by existing and by partying, you know, or dancing and, you know, choreographed music and going to the beach and saying hi to each other and complimenting each other, just the women, just the Barbies compliment each other, okay, not the Kens. The Kens do not compliment each other. They fucking hate each other, okay, they're not friends at all, okay, but just the fact that they exist, they've made the world a better place. Okay, now how the fuck you come up with that logic, I have no fucking idea. Okay, that'd be like watching a Transformers movie. Okay, and because the Transformers are there, that means that the world is now a better place. That's not how fucking reality works, okay? But this movie's not supposed to be reality. It's supposed to make fun of reality, and I think that's where the meta-ness comes in. I think that's where the in-joke is, the parody, so to speak, okay? It's making fun of itself. It becomes from that. From they keep referring to the real world, and when we get to the real world, it's absolutely nothing like the real world. Okay, but they treat it like it's the real world. Okay, you see what I mean? It's all fucking bullshit. Anyway, I'm Diego. I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view. Before I go any further here, I want to go ahead and put a shout out to my my other channels. Okay, obviously YouTube, they fucking hate anyone that's fucking conservative, and I'm more conservative. I'm apolitical. Okay, I'm definitely not a fucking liberal, but I'm not a far right guy either, man. What the fuck, dude? I'm not Christian. Okay, and I am pro-choice. Okay, so I would never ever be invited into the fucking far right. Okay, or the conservative, the diehard conservatives. Okay, because of those two things. All right. No, but I'm not a fucking libtard either. I'm not a fucking liberal. I'm not a leftist either. Okay, there's no such thing as a moderate leftist now. They're all fucking far left, and there's no way in fucking hell I would ever subscribe to that ideology. Despite the fact that Hollywood is all about that shit, and the media is all about that shit. All right. But anyway, because of this, YouTube YouTube is from you know, Silicon Valley, okay, which is San Francisco. Okay, so they're all fucking libtards. Okay, so Google, if I rage too much of a stink here, if too many people watch my channel, if I get too influential and people pay attention to what I say, they're going to fucking just kick me out of YouTube. Okay, they're going to. I'm small fry, so they don't pay attention to me. Okay, but if I ever get like, you know, in 100,000 subscribers or any of that shit, you know, if I ever get big, basically, they're going to fucking get rid of me on YouTube. Okay, because they don't want my voices. Okay, they're just silencing everybody right now. That's what they're trying to do. Okay, and it's not just YouTube doing that, and Google doing that. It's everyone's doing that. Okay, the networks are doing that. Fucking even like fucking Netflix is doing that. Amazon is doing that. Okay, so if you get too big, they're gonna fucking get rid of you. Okay, because they want to keep spouting their narrative instead of letting us speak for ourselves. Okay, so because of that, I also post these videos on other sources. For example, here the top one here, Diego Knows at Knows Diego. Okay, this one here, Diego Knows at Knows Diego. That is my Twitter or X. You could say that's my X handle. Okay, if you want to look me up on the what used to be Twitter, that's where I'm at. Okay, that's the first one there. That's Diego Knows at Knows Diego. And the second one here, Diego De La Vega Knows, that is actually my Rumble account. Okay, that's my Rumble. Okay, so everything that I post here, I also post there too. So you want to follow me there. After that, eventually they will get rid of me here on YouTube. If you want to follow me over there, that's where I am. Everything I post here is on there too. Okay, so you don't have to miss what I'm trying to say. Okay. But if you are watching, thank you for watching. Okay, I do want to say this. Okay, real quickly here. I don't know you. Okay, I don't know you. I review chick flicks. That's what I do. I review Sex and the City. Whenever they pull out a new fucking Sex and the City movie or a sequel series or an old episode or whatever, I fucking review it here. Okay, that's what started my channel. Okay. But I'm a guy. I typically don't watch chick flicks. Okay, I have watched this piece of shit because I kind of had to. You know, there's little kids in my family. I'm a father myself of a 7-year-old. So, you know, eventually I got to get around to watching this shit. Okay, I've had to see Frozen. I've had to watch a bunch of fucking Disney movies. All right, which is all for girls. Let's face it, it's all for girls. Yeah, I did get dragged into the theater to watch this piece of shit. So, but it is the #1 movie in America, probably in the world, this year, 2023, and it's probably going to stay there. As much as I hate to say that, it probably is, because this movie spouts all the ideology, all the rhetoric that Hollywood wants to say, and they're aiming it at girls. Okay, and for the most part, girls, you know, it's a Barbie, and girls aren't going to complain about a movie that tells them that they're better than boys. No little girl's gonna complain about that. Come on. The men are all pieces of shit, and girls rule, and girls have all the power, you know, and girls, yet somehow girls are oppressed. Even though they rule, they're still oppressed by the patriarchy. That makes no fucking sense. But anyway, okay, girls aren't gonna argue with that, okay? Most females aren't gonna fucking argue with that. All right? Where the men are all portrayed as a bunch of fucking idiots, and the women are all portrayed as strong and beautiful. Beautiful is a subjective word, okay? They're all portrayed as strong and independent, you know, and powerful and smart and successful and rich and all that kind of bullshit, okay? No, girls aren't gonna fucking go to that. They're not gonna object to that, okay? The problem is that they don't make any shit like that for boys. Okay, if a boy makes a movie where the boys are all portrayed as fucking heroes, they're all portrayed as they're this, they're that, they're incredible, they're the better than women, they're all this kind of shit. The man's world, anything like that would never get made in Hollywood because that's considered misogynistic. Okay, so they would never allow that unless you're gay. If you're gay, then they'll go with that. Everyone's gay, that's fine. Okay, but if you're straight and you're white and you're Christian and you're a guy, okay, they're not gonna fucking let you do anything in Hollywood. But if you're a girl, you can do that. You can talk about how great women are and how they're better than men and women control the world and all that kind of fucking shit and all that other bullshit you heard all your life. You know, behind every great man was a great woman. Well, without a great man, there would be no great women. Okay, so what the fuck you? Okay, you're not. Ladies, you're not all that. Okay, who fucking invented the light bulb? Okay, was it a woman? No, it wasn't. Okay, so. Would have been the telephone. Was that a woman? Damn, that wasn't a woman either. Okay, what the fuck do y'all have to? What the fuck do y'all? Can you all boast that you've done for civilization? Okay, what have you done? Okay, I'm not trying to be misogynistic. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I'm talking to you in an objective way. No matter what you feel about what I'm saying, it's still the truth. Okay, what have women contributed to civilization? Okay? Other than giving birth, but your men needed to impregnate you first. So you didn't do it by yourself. So what the hell? What have you contributed to? You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And this movie fucking totally erases that. Erases that. Okay? The Barbie doll was created by a fucking man. It was created by a man. It was called Bild Lilly in Germany. I talked about that in the first video of this series. Okay? In Germany, in 1952, it was a comic strip. That was very popular. So in 1956, they decided to 1958, they decided to come out with a doll based on a comic strip that was invented by a guy. And then Ruth Handler went to Germany on vacation, and she saw the doll. She bought one, and then she talked to them, and she said, "Hey, I want to make an American version of this doll." And they let her lease out the license to this fucking doll. So she made her own version of Bill Lilly. She called it Barbie after her daughter Barbara, and it sold incredibly in America in 1959. It sold incredibly well. Okay, so by 1964, she had enough money to just buy the rights to the character. She bought the Bill Lilly brand. She bought it from the Germans that created it, from the man that created it. And once she bought it, she immediately discontinued it. No more Bill Lilly, because she's not going to compete with herself. Okay, and from now on, it's all Barbie. That's what she did. That's what Ruth Handler did. Okay, and she didn't do it by herself either. She did it with her husband and with a business partner. Okay, named Harold Matson. Okay, and her husband, Elliot Handler and Ruth Handler. Okay, there's 3 people involved in the creation of Mattel. Okay, and Ruth was one of those 3. But they ignored the other 2 men that were involved in it, okay? They were just as responsible for the Barbie doll as Ruth was, but they get no credit. I mean, it was actually Ruth's husband, Elliot's the one who founded Mattel. And when they ran out of money, they had to get a business partner, and that was Harold Matson. Okay, Matt, you know, Elliot Handler, Mattel. That's where it came from. Okay? So yes, there was actually 2 men involved, but you don't hear nothing about them in this movie. It's like men don't even exist. Anything a man has contributed doesn't exist. Barbie's got a fucking pink convertible, right? Who invented the car? Okay, men invented the car, the automobile. You know, who built that fucking house? You know, in Barbie land, girls are construction workers. We don't construct shit. But in the real world, who builds your house, ladies? Who built the building you work in, that you live in? Who built it? The school that your kids go to. Who built that shit? Men! Men did that. It wasn't women, it was men. So what the fuck? You know? This movie erases all that. It completely erases all that. It's all about women, you know? You got a fucking Michelle Obama Barbie who's the president of Barbie. They have elections? They have elections in Barbie land? That means that the Kens get to vote too? Oh no, the Kens don't get to vote, do they? They don't get to vote, do they? No, of course not, because if they did, there might actually be a man in the White House, or the Pink House, or whatever they fucking call it, in Barbie land, okay? You see what I mean? All the positions of power in Barbie land are all controlled by Barbies, by women. Like, what the fuck? And if the woman has a cock, so much the better. That's a woman too, right? Isn't it, guys? That's a woman. Now, ladies, for those of you who say that it is a woman, that is a woman, right? Guys, for those of you that say that's a woman, okay? Suck her dick. Go ahead. It's a woman, right? Yeah, you see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about here, okay? Yeah, all right. Moving right along, let's review the fucking movie. We left off last time. It turns out that Barbie, well, she's starting to have bad breath. The stuff in Barbie land is not as perfect as it used to be. She's thinking about death. She's getting cellulite. The food in her fridge, the Barbie food is bad, is spoiled, okay? She's walking around flat-footed now instead of like being on her toes like she's supposed to, all that kind of shit. She complains to other Barbies about it, and they tell her, you know, cock Barbie or Ken Barbie and fat-ass Barbie tell her that she needs to go see the fucking weird Barbie, okay, who was a doll that got played with too much by her human host or owner or whatever, and she got broken, so that's why she's always in the splits, because they broke the Barbie doll, they colored her face, they pulled out her hair, and they made it ugly, basically. So she needs to go see ugly Barbie to find out what's going on, okay? So Margot Robbie, pretty stereotypical Barbie. Yeah, she refers to herself as stereotypical Barbie. You know, white girl, blonde hair, pretty, that kind of thing, right? Pretty, not sexy, pretty. Okay, she goes over to some weird fucking Barbie house. Okay, and she goes to visit her. She goes to visit weird Barbie. Okay, and she sees this dog that poops. Apparently there really was a dog, a Barbie dog that fucking shit on the fucking floor. Yes, that really happened, and we get to see it here, okay? That's not weird, okay? Just like fucking, you know, a Barbie with a fucking cock in between their legs. That's not weird either. But a Barbie that's pregnant, that's fucking weird, okay? That's why you only saw her for a few seconds. You won't never see her again. All right. So anyway, so yeah, so we see that. We see Weird Barbie there, played by Kate McKinnon. No, that's not her real name. Okay. She's changed her name to sound Irish. She's actually Jewish. All right. Anyway, she's from Saturday Night Live. You've seen her before. I think, honestly, Saturday Night Live has gone to shit in the past 10 years. It's really not funny anymore. Okay. It hasn't been funny in a very long time. It hasn't been funny in almost 20 years. Okay. Back when Jimmy Fallon was on there and, what's her name? I forgot their names. But you remember the group from about 20 years ago. They did the news, whatever. Sarah Palin, not Sarah, the one who imitated Sarah Palin. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I was thinking about I was thinking about the governor from Alaska. No, but you remember. Okay, yeah, they used to be pretty funny back then. Okay, they weren't as funny as the '90s. Okay, nobody could touch Saturday Night Live in the '90s, man. That was the funniest shit on TV back in the '90s. Back when we had Mike Myers and Adam Sandler, and Tim Meadows and Chris Farley. I mean, you could not beat that fucking combination. Those guys were hilarious. Okay, and Phil Hartman, those guys were hilarious. Unfortunately, they're no longer with us. But Kate McKinnon's from that, and I would have to say, as much as I hate Kate McKinnon, as much as I think she's fucking cancer to any fucking movie that she's involved in, out of the modern day Saturday Night Live, okay, which is all liberal now, it's all fucking, it's far left, okay, that's why it's not funny, that's why nobody watches it anymore, but as far as that goes, I think she's I want to say the most talented one, which is not saying much, because none of them on the show are really that talented. But she's definitely the most energetic, okay? What I mean by that is whenever I watch her skits, like from 2013, 2014, 2015, whenever I watched her skits on there, she was pretty much the only one of the cast members that was actually trying to be funny. I mean, she was really going all out. Okay, she had no problem making herself look ugly, making herself look like a fool, making herself look stupid. She was very aware that she's not the prettiest girl in the world, and she ran with that. That was her thing, okay? That was her thing, okay? She knows she's not very pretty. She knows she's not very attractive, okay? So what does she do? She goes against type. She's not even trying to be attractive, okay? She just goes all out fucking crazy and weird and ludicrous. She'll wear the crazy outfits. She'll make herself look stupid. She'll do everything to get a laugh out of you, okay? So that's a commitment. So I would say that she's definitely the most energetic, the most driven out of all the cast members. Everyone else on fucking SNL, I couldn't fucking tell you who the fuck they are. I cannot tell you their names. Okay, except maybe Colin Jost. And the only reason I know about that is he does the Weekend Update, and because he's married to fucking Scarlett Johansson. He's like her fucking 7th husband or some shit, all right? And that's all I can really tell you about the show, okay? But Kate McKinnon is definitely the most energetic out of all those, okay? I'm not saying she's funny, okay? But she definitely acts like a clown. She's definitely a standout. The reason I know her name is because when it comes to Saturday Night Live, she will go out there. She will go all fucking crazy and shit. She'll go straight up fucking weird, okay, to get a fucking laugh. All right. So to me, at least she's committed. She's committed to making a fool of herself. Okay. That's her thing. That's what she does. So whenever they cast her in a movie, that's what they try to do. Kate McKinnon is cancer, for all the movies that she's in. She mostly just does rom-coms. Okay. She always plays the crazy fucking, nerdy friend. She did one, The Spy Who Dumped Me or whatever, where she was the nerdy, horny friend, of, Mila Kunis in that one. Of course, she did fucking, what was it? Bachelorette Party or some shit. The one with, Scarlett Johansson, where they had that bachelorette party and there's a murder involved and shit, She was one of the girls at that, where they all go off to fucking Vegas to go fucking cheat on their boyfriends, whatever. And because Scarlett Johansson's getting married, and then her fiance fucking drives all the way from New York to fucking Las Vegas, okay, wearing a fucking colostomy bag, so we want to pull over to take a piss, and drinking Red Bulls, just to find out, by the end of the movie, if his dick is too small. Yeah, that was an actual fucking movie, okay? A guy drove 2,000 miles without sleep, wore a fucking diaper all the way, an adult diaper all the way over there, drinking nothing but Red Bulls. So he wouldn't have to pull over, drinking nothing but fucking Red Bulls, just so he could talk to his fiancée, Scarlett Johansson, and ask her, is my dick too small? Yeah, exactly. Because that would happen in real life, okay? Yeah, that movie, okay? She was in that fucking movie. She's actually a little bit funny in that, but, she plays weirdos, okay? And, of course, there's the god-awful abortion. The one, actually, I could say, if there was a shots fired in the war between the average consumer and the wokeness in Hollywood, I'd say the shots fired, okay, the war that shot heard around the world was Ghostbusters 2016. Okay, that was the one where us normal people just said enough is enough with this woke bullshit, and we started voting with our wallets. Okay, and that movie flopped completely. It flopped so fucking bad that they had to remake. They had to make a sequel to the original series and throw away the female Ghostbusters and start all over again with the grandchildren of the original Ghostbusters. That's how fucking bad it was. You fucked up a franchise when they don't even acknowledge you as part of the franchise anymore. They go back to where it used to be. Anyway, Kate McKinnon was a big part of that. Okay. Now I got nothing against those girls. Okay. Honestly, I did watch Ghostbusters 2016 because I'm a fucking idiot, and I thought it might actually be funny. It was not. I only laughed once throughout the entire movie, maybe twice. And one of them was Leslie Jones. She made a joke. Okay, and it made me chuckle. And then I think Chris Hemsworth made me laugh a couple of times. Chris Hemsworth, yeah, Thor. Okay, the guy in the fucking movie. Yeah, he made me laugh a couple times. That was it. Nobody else in that fucking movie made me laugh. And Kate McKinnon does the same fucking shit. She tries to act all sexual. She always stands like a man. Have you ever noticed that about Kate McKinnon? Her body language is she's always posing like a man. But even men don't pose that way. She's like a parody of what men look like. So if a guy stands like this, she stands like that, okay? So if a guy's got his hands on his hips like this, she stands like that, okay? So she's making fun of the way men's body language, okay? She does that in every fucking scene. No matter who she's playing, she acts that way. In every fucking scene, every character that she ever plays, she acts that way, okay? And she did that in Ghostbusters 2016, and she does that here. Even though she's supposed to be a Barbie doll, which is supposed to be the pinnacle of femininity, she still poses like a fucking guy. Despite the fact that she's wearing this bullshit fucking ballerina type outfit, she still poses like a fucking guy. Okay, she does that every fucking thing she ever does, okay? Yes, we know she's a fucking lesbian already. She's very open about that. But just because you're a fucking lesbian doesn't mean you have to try to fucking act like a guy. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to act like a guy or make fun of men just because you're a fucking lesbian, okay? Just because, okay, when a gay guy walks around swiveling his hips and shit and puckering his lips and, do women take offense to that? No, they don't. He's just being a gay guy. So why the fuck do you have to make fun of guys? Okay? Don't make fun of guys. Quit making fun of guys, Kate McKinnon, okay? You're not a guy. You're not a fucking guy. There are people that can make fun of guys that are really good at it. You're not one of them, all right? But that's her whole shtick. That's the reason she keeps getting hired in Hollywood, because she's a lesbian and because she's always fucking making fun of guys. And by that, I mean her body posture, the way she walks, the way she looks, the way she moves. She doesn't move like a man, but she moves like a parody of a man. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And that's her whole fucking thing. That's her whole claim to fame, all right? And she does it here, too, which really sucks. It's that type of energy that ruined, one of the reasons that Ghostbusters 2016 was ruined and why it fucking flopped completely at the box office is because it was too fucking woke. Well, this is an example of it here, okay? Pretty much everything she does fucking sucks, okay? I saw a movie that with her in it. It was called Yesterday. It's a British movie where a guy, he's an Indian guy, because, Great Britain's got a lot of Indians over there. Okay, he loves the Beatles, and something happens. Okay, some weird paranormal event happens, and he wakes up one day, and nobody's ever heard of the Beatles before. The Beatles don't exist anymore. They're still alive, but they never made any records. They never met each other. They never wrote any songs. But he comes from the world where the Beatles did exist, so he remembers all their songs. So he starts playing Beatles and he becomes like a fucking multi-millionaire fucking musician rock star because he's playing Beatles songs, and nobody else, okay, not even Ed Sheeran, who's in the movie, can write or sing better than the Beatles songs, okay? So this Indian guy becomes that. He writes all the Beatles songs. He's always afraid that somebody is going to realize that he's actually copying these songs. He didn't write them himself. He just passed himself off as if he did. Well, anyway, Kate McKinnon plays his manager, and she's just your stereotypical, American fucking, manager, always talking about making the money. Let's bullshit this. We'll bullshit that. Let's make some fucking money. Very greedy and shit. You got to be an asshole. You got to be this. You got to, like that. So, and she was in it for a little while, but other than that, like that's it. She's full of a lot of energy. But she hasn't been in anything that's funny. Okay, and by that, funny means it starts with the writing. You gotta write something that's fucking funny. You gotta write some funny fucking jokes and then give it to a talented performer. Okay, a talented performer can make a funny joke super hilarious, okay? Unfortunately, I think Kate McKinnon has got the talent to do it. Okay, but the people that write for her don't know what the fuck to write. Okay, they can't write anything funny. Because if she could pull it off, I think, if someone gave her a funny joke, she could pull it off. She's got the energy. She can do it. She's willing to go there. Most actors aren't willing to go there. She's willing to go there. Okay, but they haven't written anything funny for her to do. And hence, she's not funny. She's just more annoying. She comes across as annoying than anything else, okay? The only difference between her SNL jobs and the movies that she does is that in the movies, she points out that you have to feel sorry for her because she's not pretty, because she doesn't have any friends. She's not as pretty as those beautiful girls that are out there. People make fun of her all the time. She goes for that. so that you'll feel sorry for her. That's her way of trying. She does that in all the movies that she's in. Okay, because that's her way of trying to get you to fall in love with her so that she'll get a fucking Academy Award nomination and then she'll get another fucking acting job, okay? She's trying to put some drama in there so eventually someone will cast her in a dramatic movie. Hey, it worked for Tom Hanks, right? But no. She's not that talented, okay? Anyway, enough of Kate McKinnon. Anyway, she plays weird Barbie, and the stereotypical Barbie comes to go see her there. Of course, her legs are always in the splits. You can twist her legs backwards, forwards, whatever. She feels no pain. Okay, we see the pooping dog. Okay, Weird Barbie's there. Okay, and of course, the first thing Weird Barbie says is she compliments Ken. Oh, that Ken dolly, that Ken guy you're always hanging out with, he's quite nice looking. That's quite a nice looking protein pot you got there. I like to see what kind of nude blob he's packing underneath those jeans. Well, we actually haven't seen Ken wear jeans yet. But anyway, yeah, so she's horny for men. I'm sorry, you're a fucking lesbian, Kate McKinnon. You look like a lesbian. You act like a lesbian. You definitely pose like a lesbian. You're not going to convince me that you're into guys. You're just not. You're not going to convince me of that. No matter what you fucking say, no matter what it says in the script, you're not going to convince me that you're into fucking guys, okay? You're not fooling anybody here, okay? So for me, that whole speech about how she thinks Ken is hot kind of fell flat, all right? And of course, Barbie, because Barbie's not interested in men either, she doesn't give two shits about Ken. That's just, yeah, he's nice. He's just a friend of mine. Whatever. That kind of attitude, okay? Of course, Ken is fucking obsessed with Barbie. Oh, Barbie, I love you so much. Please, please let me spend the night, Barbie. Here, let me show you something, Barbie. I did this for you, Barbie. Barbie. Yeah, that's how all the Kens are. All right. So that's going on here. Okay, she tells a weird Barbie that she's had thoughts of death, preceded by flat feet. Okay, her feet are flat. They're supposed to be pointed up, because she's always wearing heels. And now her feet are flat. That's freaking everybody out, okay? So Weird Barbie tells her, well, what happened is a portal has been opened from the Barbie world to the real world. And we see this kid's fucking picture of the real world and shit, So Barbie world and real world, there's been a portal has been opened, okay? Okay, and by real world, I mean real world, okay? What's supposed to be the real world, there's nothing fucking real about it, all right? Barbie is starting to get cellulite, so we see that, okay? And Weird Barbie tells her that she's going to start getting mushy and complicated real soon. Okay, she's going to have to fix this, all right? So she has to go to the real world and find the girl that's been playing with her. Okay, because the girl that's playing with her is having emotional problems and it's starting to come off on Barbie. Hence, it's affecting Barbie and then the rest of Barbie land. All right. The girl's thoughts and feelings, okay, and humanness are interfering with Barbie's dullness, okay? Now, that's a shot, okay? That's a shot that Kate McKinnon made, because secretly, I'm pretty sure Kate McKinnon made Greta Gerwig, the director, put this line in the movie. What she's saying there, she's calling Barbie dull, okay? She's calling Barbie dull because Barbie's just pretty and beautiful and smart and witty, and it's just a ray of sunshine, okay? So for women that are unattractive, okay, they know they don't have that ambiance. They don't have that kind of effect on people. Okay, so what do? You make fun of those girls. That's why it's the ugly girls that make fun of the pretty girls. Okay, so they can feel better about themselves. And that's exactly what Weird Barbie's doing. Your dullness. She calls Barbie dull because she's prettier than her. Okay, yeah, and more feminine and all that. Okay. So she's basically saying that Barbie is boring because she's so pretty and perfect, all right? So Barbie and the other girl caused a rift to happen, okay? That's why the portal is open, okay? And Weird Barbie gives her a red pill, blue pill choice. So basically, you got the red pill and the blue pill, okay? The red pill means you're going to be awoken to reality as it really is, and the blue pill means you get to stay in La La Land. Okay, that came from the Matrix. Okay, so this is basically another Matrix choice here, the one that Morpheus gave fucking Neo. All right, so she has on one hand she has a slipper with a heel slipper, okay, with a jewel in it, and the other hand she's got a fucking sandal. Okay, you have to make a choice. Do you want to go do something about this, or do you want to stay in La La Land and Barbie Land and pretend that everything's okay? All right. Well, Barbie actually says, I think I want to stay in Barbie Land and just pretend everything is okay. And then Weird Barbie's like, oh, no, you can't do that. I was only pretending to give you a choice. You have to say this. You have to pick this one, okay? Because you have to find out what's going on, okay? There's no red pill, okay, anywhere in this fucking movie, all right? No, anywhere. So she was lying to her. She wanted her to pick the red pill. Okay, she never had any intention of letting her stay in fucking Barbie Land, pretending that everything's fine. Okay, so Barbie chose not knowing, like I said, but guess what? She never had a choice. Okay, she has to choose the real world. Okay, And Weird Barbie tells her, okay, the reason I lied to you is because I wanted to give you a sense of self-control, a sense of control over your circumstances. But the truth is you don't have any control. You can't pick Barbie Land. You have to pick the real world. You have to, okay? Okay, and Barbie says, but I'm stereotypical Barbie, okay? When you think of Barbie, you think of me. I'm not going on an adventure, Barbie. You know, and she tells her, okay, well, look, if you don't go to the real world and fix this, you're going to end up looking like me. Okay, and then Barbie's like, ah! You know, so basically, here's another one, make fun of me. You know, here's another fucking feel sorry for me because I'm Weird Barbie and I'm unattractive. Okay, Kate McKinnon is. And also the character that she plays in this movie. Hey, straight man's point of view, okay? So feel sorry for me is what she's saying. Okay, feel sorry for me because I'm not as pretty as Margot Robbie. Can you imagine a movie about male models? About male models, okay? They all got ripped abs, you know, muscles and shit, glistening. They're all chisel features and shit. They're all 6'2" or higher, you know, all that kind of. Imagine a movie about male models, and one of them is not as good looking as the other guys, and he starts complaining about how fucking, you know, it's not fair. I'm not as good looking as them. Okay, who the fuck wants to see that movie? The movie's called Male Models. It's not called average looking guys who wish they could be male models. That's a different fucking movie. You see what I mean? Okay. And of course, for some reason, Barbie starts acting stupid now. Like, I thought she was supposed to be super smart. You remember earlier in the movie where she made that whole correlation between causality and adjacentness? Remember that? Okay, well, she's supposed to be like the IQ of Albert Einstein or some shit. But now she's fucking stupid. She doesn't know what to do. Is Barbie stupid or is she smart? Which one is she? Okay, make up your mind, Greta Gerwig. What is she? Is she stupid or is she smart? Okay? So Weird Barbie tells her that that stereotypical Barbie has to fix it. Okay? He says, don't look at me, don't blame me. Okay, I don't make the rules. Mattel makes the rules, not me. Okay, so it's just a meta reference. Mattel makes the rules, not me. Okay? Okay. So she has to drive to Los Angeles in the real world. Okay? And she'll just know when she finds the girl that plays with her. Okay? You know, and if she doesn't do it, she's going to look like ugly Barbie. Okay? Yeah, and that's scary. Ah! You know, and of course, Kate McKinnon, Weird Barbie, hey, that's all right. I opened myself up for that one, okay? You know, once again, feel sorry for me because I'm not as pretty as you. You got to put that in there because female empowerment, okay? Yeah. You got to remember the ugly girls, okay? And feel sorry for them. Feel sorry for the unattractive girls, okay? Yeah. Well, you know what the problem with you, Kate McKinnon, the problem with your Barbie is you don't have a fucking cock. If you had a fucking cock in between your legs, then you would get some fucking respect. Even the Kens would tell you how pretty you are, but you don't have a cock. Sorry. No matter how much you pose like a man and shit, you know, and all these man poses that you keep making in every fucking movie that you're in, you still don't have a cock. You gotta have a cock. If you want to be a woman that gets respect, you gotta have a fucking cock. Everybody knows this. Why don't you? You're supposed to be the smart one, right? Okay. Anyway, moving right along. So they have a Voage Party for Barbie. Yeah, big sign up there. Okay. The Barbies all love and respect each other. You notice, like I said before, the Kens, of course, all hate each other and they all compete with each other. It's a big fucking schlong toss with all the Kens. Okay. The Barbies think that their existence has fixed the world, the real world, so they should be fun over there. All the women will all be in charge. You know, the men will all be pieces of shit, you know, enslaved and all that kind of shit like they are in the Barbie world. And that's a good thing. Okay. The Kens try to figure out, meanwhile, while the Barbies are all celebrating Barbie's trip to the real world, the Kens are too busy trying to think about what bird one of the Kens is thinking about. Yeah, and they guess wrong, of course. All right, Fat Barbie shows up, okay, and she says, all the great, powerful women owe their lives to Barbie. Wow, if that's not a fucking Mattel reference or what? It's one thing for fucking Mattel, the toy company, you know, to make a movie about Barbie where she thinks she's all that and stuff like that. Okay, I get it, okay? But for the toy company that approved this movie to tell you, the audience, the viewer, that if it wasn't for that toy company, women wouldn't be shit in the real world. That's kind of a stretch. Even guy toys don't do that. Transformers never did that. Okay, they never told you if it wasn't for Transformers, okay? Men in the real world would all be fucked up. No. See what I mean? The ego of this fucking movie It's just insane. Now, is this parody? Was that Greta Gerwig like trying to do here? Is that her subdivision? She's trying to make it so hyperbolic that you realize that they're full of shit? You know, I don't know. It's kind of like it's right in between. I wish I fucking knew. Are they saying this to make fun of themselves, or are they saying this because they really believe it? I don't fucking know. Anyway, so that's going on here. And I also noticed there's no Asian Barbie. Have you noticed that in the movie? There's an Asian Ken, obviously, Samil Yu, the piece of shit from fucking Marvel's Shang-Chi movie. But there's no Asian Barbie. Just Asian Ken. Are they trying to say something? Huh? Are they trying to say something about Asian guys? You read into that what you will. All right. So, of course, the next thing we hear when Barbie's driving away from Barbie Land in her fucking pink convertible that was created by a man, she's listening to a song called Closer to Fine, but it's not the original version, which was sung by the Indigo Girls, okay? This version is it's a cover version. It's sang by Brandy and Catherine Carlisle, okay? And the song is Closer to Fine. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to sing it here. But anyway, that's what they're playing, and Barbie's driving, and she's singing along to it, okay? She drives her convertible away from Barbie Land. It turns out that Ken was in the back seat. He snuck on, all right? He snuck aboard, and he's wearing a Barbie shirt. Yes, a Ken doll is wearing a shirt with a bunch of Barbie bees on it. So he's actually wearing a Barbie shirt, okay? That should tell you the role that the Kens have in Barbie Land, all right? Because he made a bet with the Asian Ken that he would go along on this journey with Barbie. That's why he snuck into her car. Okay? Well, she asked him if he has his rollerblades. He's like, I never leave without him. So she said, okay, you can go. And then he asks her if he can sit in the front seat, and she fucking says, fuck you, and stay in the back seat. Well, she didn't say that, but she does not let him sit in the front seat. All right? So he's sitting in the back, okay, while she's playing her bullshit fucking girl positivity fucking music, okay? But she does agree to let him come along, just not to sit in the front with her, okay? And then we see a traveling toy montage. We get to see all these other Barbie toys. There's fucking boat Barbie and camper Barbie and submarine Barbie and all this kind of bullshit, you know, bicycle Barbie and then matching outfits and that kind of shit. All right. And they end up in the real world. Next thing you know, they're on Venice Beach in LA. Okay. And they're dressed in skater outfits because they're rollerblading. But the rollerblade outfits, they're basically in pride outfits. They're wearing your stereotypical, real world, pride, rollerblading outfits. Okay. Nothing unusual about that in Venice Beach. All right. And they're actually wearing like normal clothes, for that part of the country anyway. So they're doing that, okay, and of course people are making fun of them. I guess fucking LA got invaded by a bunch of conservatives because they're making fun of all the fucking Barbies there. Barbie and Ken, okay, and of course, Barbie is starting to become self-aware, self-conscious. You know, I'm starting to become conscious of myself. I don't know what the word is though. You know, that kind of thing, okay? And one thing I will say, there's a scene where we see their backside while they're rollerblading. Okay, and whoever Margot Robbie's body double is in this scene, she's fucking got a nice ass, all right? She got a fucking nice ass. I'll leave it at that. All right, moving right along. Everyone, of course, in LA, in Venice Beach, is homophobic, okay, which is kind of weird considering that they're in LA. You know, anyway, because they all make fun of them. They make fun of Ken and Barbie, even though they're wearing their pride fucking rollerblading outfits, okay? And then, of course, the frat boys, obviously, they're all white, young guys, okay? They keep telling Barbie, hey, smile, baby, smile. You know, your typical fucking Brie Larson, I'm going to kick your ass fucking thing. Because, of course, all men do that. We always go up to pretty girls and tell them to smile for us, right? Get the fuck out of here. What do you think this is, 1972? Get the fuck out of here, right? Now the gay guys think they're awesome. There's nothing wrong with the way they look or act. You know, the gay guys are awesome because the gay guys are there. And they're like, cool, yeah, of course. This movie was made for you. All right. Okay. The Barbie, like I said, the Barbie starts feeling self-conscious. Okay, but she can't describe it. Conscious of herself. Okay. And Ken, of course, is completely oblivious that people are making fun of them. He has no idea. He thinks they're actually showing him respect. Okay. So she waves to the construction workers that are there. They're sitting there having lunch. And of course, construction workers, we all know that they're all a bunch of fucking misogynists, okay? And they all make sexual harassment remarks, of course. And of course, these construction workers do too. That's all they say. They don't even say hi or, hey, what you doing? Or, hey, I like your clothes or a nice outfit. They don't say any of that stuff. All they say is misogynistic phrases, okay? Like, oh, wow, I want to get in those pants. You know, that kind of shit, okay? They all make sexual harassment remarks. That's all they know how to say, okay? And she tells them, look, I kind of understand what you're trying to say, but both me and him, we don't have genitals. Okay, we have no genitalia. Okay, which is shocking that there's no women power in the construction site. Okay, Barbie's kind of freaked out that there's no women construction workers, because in the Barbie land, all the construction workers are Barbies. Yeah. Okay, so she kind of thinks that's kind of sexual harassment, or no, sorry, that's non-inclusive, you know, misogynistic, you know, sexual discrimination, that kind of thing. You know, the typical talking points that you need to say in order to get your fucking movie approved in Hollywood. All right, so that's going on here. Okay, Sheldon, they don't have genitals, okay? She's shocked there's no woman power at the construction site, okay? And Ken is like, everything is reversed here, Barbie. Everything's reversed. You know, no, Ken, it's not reversed, okay? Instead of the men being slaves on this planet, okay, in this world, they're all a bunch of assholes instead, okay? That's the only difference, okay? Instead of being fucking subjugated beta males, they're all a bunch of fucking assholes, okay? That's the only fucking difference, okay? See, men can't get a fucking break in this fucking movie. No straight guy, especially if they're white, can get a fucking break in this movie. They're either fucking beta male slaves, okay? Or they're insecure, or they're fucking assholes that don't know how to fucking talk to women. That's all you get in this fucking movie. Okay, that's every fucking woke movie. Okay, the men are always fucking, they're always beta, they're always fucking insecure, scared, cowards. They're evil, misogynistic, assholes. Or they're stupid as fuck. They're just dumbasses, or a combination of those three. Those are the only guys that show up in this whole fucking movie. All right. I'm going to stop my review right here. I'll be back shortly to continue my review of Barbie 2023. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.